Hi, it's a Wild Wednesday, and I was scrolling through some of my emails, and there's some articles that I thought I would share with you today. One of them, this is what it says. Let's see. Guarantee Escrow reports surge in cryptocurrency escrow transactions and rising crypto market. Wow. I know last year I had a whole bunch of buyers who were going to use crypto, never followed through with anything. The buyers didn't anyway. And it seems that a lot of people have money in their crypto accounts and are looking to use it. So here's an escrow that can take that money and close a transaction. So if you happen to have cryptocurrency and you want to use it in your next real estate transaction, it would be, of course, be up to the seller as to whether or not they want to take your cryptocurrency. But there is an escrow here in Southern California that can handle that. So that's a really good news, and I hope that helps a lot of potential buyers out there as to where they're going to get their funds. So that was article number 1. Let's see. Article number 2. Are you guys getting ready for July 4th? Because it's coming up like next week. And there's an article in the Daily Breeze from the other day. Now, if you get my newsletter, and if you don't, send me a text down below or send me a note down below with your email, your name and your email address, and I will go ahead and add you to my newsletter list. And sometimes it's called Real Estate News, whatever the month is. But I also have zip code stats on some of the emails, and just lists is just sold as necessary, and other real estate related questions. But on this one, I'm going to have a link to all the areas, all the places you can find the best fireworks show. So I'm going to give you, for instance, the Queen Mary has a fireworks show. And, of course, up at the Hollywood Bowl, and Earth, Wind, and Fire, fireworks. Earth, Wind, and Fireworks. Isn't that clever? Anyway, they're going to have a fireworks show. And let's see, in Fullerton, if you're down in Orange County, downtown Fullerton, and out in Moreno Valley, if you're out there for the weekend. And I know, obviously, we also have one in Torrance, the Torrance one. So there's lots of fireworks shows that you can watch from afar. You don't have to be too close. So you'll be able to celebrate our country's birthday. And the other thing I want to introduce you to, and I'm not sure exactly where I'm going to find this here, but yesterday at an office meeting, do you have Google? Most of us have a Gmail account. So if you have a Gmail account, this is one of the new apps that they're providing. And it's called notebookIM.google.com. And you can get it at the App Store. And basically, it's a language model prompted audio. And it was absolutely amazing. And what my broker was telling us is they can make the audio in my voice. Now, I am not an AI. I am really Carol. It's me. You got me. It's me. It's me. But on this audio, I can ask it a bunch of questions, but I also can create some stats information from several different sources. And then they take all this information, and it was absolutely amazing. And they do a podcast, and meaning there were two people, a guy and a woman and a woman and a guy. And they were having a conversation about everything that was in all of these documents that my broker had put together. And it was about basically focused on a property in Torrance Gardens. But it also talked about, because he had included some Torrance information, so it included Torrance information, included some stats in the area, stats general in the area. It was just fascinating. You know, when I went to high school, I learned, and this is going back a long time ago, I learned how to create a program. I wasn't real good at it, but we started out with a binary code, and that's ones and zeros. And then we went up to things like COBOL and Fortran, which is more of a language, more machine language. Well, that's what this is. This is like it's a language model, an LM language model, and it's taking from what I learned back in the 60s to where we are now in 2025. The technology has been immense. So some of it has been absolutely wonderful. Some of it has been a little funky, but this is absolutely interesting, and I'll see how I may be able to take advantage of it in the next few months and learn how to use it. We'll see. Also, just to end our little, hi Diana, thanks for watching. Just to talk a little bit more about some of the stuff that's going on, I just want to remind you, where is it? Let's see, City of Torrance. Okay. I guess I lost it. This Saturday night at Wilson Park in Torrance is going to be blues. It's the blues band. And it's a blues, there'll be blues and R&B and lots of music to hit your soul. And last week we got to listen to Bruno Mars music. Oh my God. You know, there was like 2,000 people there. So do make sure it starts at 5. It's over at about 7:30. Do make sure that you get there on time. Parking was a little challenging because it's very well attended. But bring your food, bring your chairs, bring your blanket. There were 2 food trucks, so that you can. There was a food truck for ice cream, and a food truck I think was Thai food. So I don't know if that's if the type of food they're going to have each week, but that's what there is. There's also, and I didn't write any of this down, but I know Manhattan Beach on the pier is going to have a musical. Hi Donna. Oh my gosh, Donna, how are you? There's music on the pier. I believe Redondo Beach Pier will have some music. El Segundo in the park will have music. In fact, I was in El Segundo a few Sundays ago, and as I drove by the park, which is opposite the high school, there was a stage and some singers and hundreds of people sitting on the lawn. So it's a great time to get out with your family and with your friends. You know, bring your favorite beverages, bring your snacks, bring your food, and get out and about and enjoy our summer in Southern California here in the South Bay. So if you have any questions about real estate, lots of things are going on there too. In fact, if you have any specific questions, I'd love to hear. I'd love you to make a note down below. That would be great. And I can discuss it in my future Wild Wednesdays. Carol Gillis with Fredericks Realty, 310-864-9738. Toodles. See you next Wednesday. Bye.